Hello FNAF fans, my name is Toy Freddy and welcome back to another video. And a little while ago, I built the Spring Diner, who is a custom Five Nights at Freddy's building that was made by my good friend Rumble. And I decided to take my own crack at building it. Last time I built this, I did go off of her design. So I took a little creative freedom and I built an entirely custom design myself. This includes, just everything the basic building should have, along with how gameplay would work if this was an actual Five Nights at Freddy's game. As you know, if there was anywhere I was going to build this, it was of course going to be in Minecraft. And as you can see, I changed my skin to match the Spring Diner theme. So let's get right into it. Now, I did keep the outside of the building a little bit similar to my last build. Now, I did ask her last time I built this what the outside of the building should look like. There wasn't like a set design for the outside, so this is kind of what I did. I really like that up there. I thought that looked nice. Of course, there's not an official, like, since the Spring Diner doesn't actually, like, exist. I had to use pieces that I could, so of course I went with Fredbear's Family Diner, because it fits the best, and of course I have the Fazbear Entertainment logo up there, because I did try to fit this within the storyline. Oh, ringing, that's actually perfect. We get my flashlight. Now I will build a second, third, and maybe a fourth location, depending on if you guys like this series. But this is part 2 of building my friends' locations, so let's get right into the inside of the building. Oh, that looks really nice. I don't know why. I like looking through the windows with a flashlight into like a dark building. I don't know. I don't know why I like it. I just do. But here we have the front entrance. Now I will go over this building again with the lights on, but we're gonna go over through it with the lights off first, just because I think it looks nicer. So here we have the front entrance. This is where you come in, you check in, or you check out. Real simple. We do have the animatronics on the wall. And yeah. Moving on to the main hallway. We have this over here. Now this does lead to many areas. I did try to capture detail as possible. Over here we have the behind the counter. So this is where the people working would check people in. I did try to add as many things as I possibly could, just to make this look more like Fredbear's, the bottom of the yellow wall. Now, last time I built this, apparently I didn't add enough yellow. It wasn't yellow enough. That's the issue. That was the main issue, is it wasn't yellow enough. So I tried to add yellow in it. Like, if whatever room you're going into, you're going to see the color yellow. You don't have a choice, except for the bathrooms. Here's the boys' bathroom, and the girls' bathroom looks the exact same. It's just pink instead of blue. Nothing really much to the bathrooms. Coming into the arcade, I did want to add, so we do have plushies of all the characters, Fredbear, Spring Bonnie, of course we have Mangle, did have to include Foxy, Toy Freddy. You guys already know I had to include Toy Freddy. In here we have the puppet. Now the puppet isn't actually in the Spring Diner. I did actually add 2 characters of my own choosing. I did this last time I built the Spring Diner. And that's of course Toy Freddy and the puppet, because those are 2 of my favorite characters. Very limited on what I was used, so I did use a lot of yellow, of course, because you know that's what it was. I wanted to keep this place like nice looking at nighttime and stuff, so that way it's like visually appealing. Of course I will show you the cameras, but we hop over here. We can go straight into the main room, which is shown here. Now here is the main room. Now I did do custom tile on the floor, because last time I didn't use the right tile block and there wasn't enough yellow. So I have yellow. It's a very simple main room. It's very small. We do have our main animatronics. We have Foxy, Chica, Fredbear, Spring Bonnie, and Toy Foxy. Now, dear God, for the life of me, I cannot remember the characters, their names for the Spring Diner. So I'm sorry, Rumble. So I'm just gonna call them by their FNAF names, because dear God, I can't remember. And then we'll get into here next. Here we have the area where you can order food and stuff, and it leads right into the kitchen. We do have heaters for pizzas. Now, I did originally have these as frog lights, but it lit up the building too much at nighttime, so I decided not to. Of course, I have to have a toy Freddy in here and a toy Chica. This vent will be important later. This does lead to the secret room. Moving this way, we have the employees only area. Now, of course, this does lead to parts and service, but it also leads to the office. So this is the office. Of course, you have the doors. That one doesn't have a lever on it. But if you're wondering how you access it via the chair, this one controls that door. This one controls the further door. And then this one controls that one. And of course, you'll have to shine your light on certain animatronics. But we'll get into that. I can't remember how to get out of these chairs. Sorry, I changed my controls, and I can't remember how to get out of stuff anymore. It's weird. Of course, we have old Fredbear. Extra area over here. Of course, we have maintenance and stuff. I don't remember your eyes being red. Okay. Back here we have backstage. So this is how all the animatronics are controlled. Here's the light switches for the building. Of course, we do have Freddy Fazbear back here as a backup for Fredbear. We have this that leads to the outside. But to keep light from shining into the door, I may have a... Yeah. And then this also leads to the secret room that got blocked off. If you're a fan of Five Nights at Freddy's, I think you can guess what's in the secret room. But yeah, the animatronics can be rolled right down onto stage. And here they are. Hello, Toy Foxy. Now, this is a character that is in the Spring Diner. I'm pretty sure he's a part of the main band. I haven't watched the Spring Diner in a while. You just simply... 1987, and we can pop in here to find Springtrap, or I think his name is Springy in the Spring Diner, I'm pretty sure. We do have a simple little lamp in here. Now you can't really get back here via the closed off wall, but I did add some stuff, like somebody's been back here for a while. Oh, I did not mean to turn him. But yeah, that's how he'll move out. So... yeah, let's get into the gameplay. How do I... oh, 0 is how you shut the door. I'm still learning the controls here. I gotta go turn on the building. We'll do one walkthrough while the lights are on. And then we'll come in here, flip the lights off, and then we'll show you. Actually, no, I'll show you the gameplay. And then I'll walk through here with the lights on. Hello, Spring Bunny. So, of course, this is going to be your main office, where you can deal with your threats. This is the camera that's controlled all the things. So, over here we have camera 1. As you can see, I did kind of spiff up the camera, so that way it's hard to see. But you do have Fredbear right here, Spring Bunny right there, Toy Foxy's right here, Chica's right here, and Foxy's right there. Camera 2, we have an outer look of the building, so this is in, like, the back corner of the main room. Again, Fredbear, Chica, Spring Bunny, Mangle, and Foxy. Camera 3 is the secret room with Springtrap. Camera 4 is the kitchen where Springtrap comes out. Camera 5 is the back hallway. Camera 6 is the arcade. Toy Freddy's right here, and the back of Puppet's head is right there. Here we have the behind the stage where certain animatronics will come from. Right here we have the hallway right before it enters this area, as you can see my name tag right there. And then this is your other side of the hall, as you can see my fat little butt right there. Now there's a whole reason you can't see into this room because of Fredbear. But we'll get into each character as how they would work as the night go on. So your first threat will be Chica. How she would work, well, she will come off stage. She'll then move to camera 2. Make her way to the side door. And then via the side door, she'll make her way into this camera, where she'll rather end up at that door, or that door, and you just simply have to shut either door on her for a certain amount of time, then she shall disappear. Now, moving on to night 2, you'll then have to deal with Chica and Spring Bonnie. How Spring Bonnie will work, Spring Bonnie will simply make his way into this camera. He'll follow the same path as Chica, but instead of showing up at this door and that door, he'll show up at this door, or he can make his way around to this door. Now, the reason he makes his way to this door is because you can't see him via the camera. Now, he also can go backstage to make it to here, so you really gotta pay attention to where he's going. Next up, night 3, you'll have to deal with Foxy and Springtrap. How Foxy will work, he works just like how he does in FNAF 1. He'll simply bolt from the stage to this door, and you just have to shut the door on him in time. After you shut the door on him in time, he'll make his way to this, where you just simply shine the light in his face, and then he'll go away. If you don't pay attention and you just shut the door on him once he's out of the door and you open it and he's gone, you have to remember to shine the light on him or he will jump scare you. He's a sneaky little fox, and if I was actually playing this, I would hope he dies. Even though I made it. And how Springtrap will work, you just make sure you pay attention to him. Once he leaves, he'll make his way to the kitchen. Then from the kitchen, he'll make his way to the main room. Then he'll end up at this door or that door, where you just simply throw on the Spring Bonnie mask. He'll think you're one of him, and he'll screw off. That was night 3. Night 4, you'll have to deal with Fredbear, the puppet, and Toy Foxy. How Fredbear will work is over the night, he'll slowly move inch by inch. Once he gets to your door, all you have to do is throw on the Spring Bonnie mask, and he'll sit back down. How Toy Foxy will work, well, she'll simply make her way to... I gotta find the backstage cam. I think it's Kim's... Oh, no, Kim's in it. She'll make her way backstage. Then she'll make her way into this hallway, or she'll end up right there. She'll freeze for a minute before charging at you. You have to wait for the sound cue for her to charge, and then you gotta shut the door on her before she gets into your office. And then the puppet is very simple. You just go to this cam. You gotta find this cam. All you have to do is quickly click on Toy Freddy. He'll start playing a song, and that'll calm down the puppet. Yeah, I made Toy Freddy work like the music box. Now, for the final night, you'll have to deal with all of them, plus Fredbear, and Toy Freddy is now moving. How Toy Freddy will work, he'll appear on a random camera. You'll quickly click on him, and then he'll go back to the arcade. You really gotta pay attention to if Toy Freddy's gone, because without Toy Freddy, you can't calm down the puppet. And Fredbear will simply appear at any door where you just simply close the door on him. I think the way I work these guys would be fun and entertaining. Of course, if this was an actual game, there would be a custom night where you can simply adjust how aggressive each animatronic is. And then, of course, there will be storyline or maybe 8-bit games just like the actual FNAF games. So let's turn on all the lights, and let me show you this restaurant during the daytime. Now, there is no way to get in here. I thought I should make that clear. But it looks really nice during the day. I don't know if your eyes were red originally. I really hope they weren't. But yeah, the animatronics look really nice. Now, I did replace these with statues instead of actual, like, the moving ones. That way, once it hits nighttime, they don't actually get off their stage. Here's the kitchen. Let me just pop back here, using the doors for nerds. I thought in here looked really nice. I always like making the kitchen, like, really Chica heavy. I don't know why, I just do. But it's a very, very simple build. It did take me a while because I did use a lot of, let me see. These, which are double-sided blocks. I use these a lot, I've shown them off a lot. but I use a lot of them. And then for the custom tile, I use these, which lets you make your own custom tile blocks. Actually, doesn't look half bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw these in the corner. Here's the arcade during the day. I don't know why I have my flashlight on. I don't think I need that over the counter. Here's all the cameras and stuff. It's really simple. I like it. Not all vents are utilized, but I thought I'd add them just because they look nice. Here's an extra storage closet. And, yeah, that's kind of it. So, let me know if you like this build, and if you want to see, like, a part 2 or 3. I will at Rumble, so maybe she'll comment on this video. I'll let you guys know her opinion on this. But, yeah. That was my interpretation of the Spring Diner and how it would work if it was an actual game. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you next time. Bye!